day one of the Singapore FinTech Festival, and I have already lost my voice, but I haven't lost the enthusiasm for payments. So welcome everyone to this Digital Solutions for SMEs segment. Just a quick show of hands. How many of you still use cheques today? How many of you still use cheques? When was the last time you sent a cheque? Any of you still use cheques? No, we're in a very digital space here. But, you know, there are several corporates who still use cheques, but this number has been coming down rapidly with the adoption of digital solutions. So we're going to say, as a nation, Singapore, goodbye to corporate cheques very soon. This plan was already announced earlier last year. So how are we helping corporates transition to a cheque-free state in the very near future? We now have 5 very established firms to share with you their digital solutions to help SMEs transition to a more digital way of processing their business. First up, actually, we do have a special segment on a new national payment rail, which is called the Electronic Deferred Payment System that will be rolled out shortly. To tell you more about this, I am delighted to have Li Khim, who is MD DBS and is also the technology lead of the Association of Banks in Singapore's Sunsetting Cheques Workgroup that is developing this system that I just told you about to introduce more features to you so that you can look forward to this solution very shortly. Li Khim, please.
Everyone, this is Li Khim from DBS Bank. Let's watch a small clips about the current cheque and about EDP.
Revolutionizing transparency and control for every payment with EDP. As Singapore phases out corporate cheques by 2025, we are introducing electronic deferred payment, or EDP, an e-payment alternative for traditional cheques, post-dated payments, and cashier's orders. Traditional cheques often get lost or damaged, causing delays and disrupting payment flows. As a physical entity, both payers and payees have limited visibility over the payment status, making it difficult to track or stop cheques, leaving them unsure when funds are successfully presented. With EDP, issues with traditional cheques are resolved through a fully digital approach, introducing security, seamlessness, and transparency into the payment process. For starters, the payments are fully digital, so they're not susceptible to being lost or damaged. With EDP, payers can identify payers with PayNow proxy lookup or account numbers. Once a deferred payment or cashier's order has been issued, both payers and payees will receive real-time notifications on their applications. Real-time notifications will also be sent when payments are presented, cancelled, expired, or settled. Unlike cheques, where a stop payment might go unnoticed, EDP ensures transparency at every stage and simplifies the cancellation of payments that haven't been presented. EDP enables payers to issue deferred payments for up to 6 months in advance, while payees can conveniently view their upcoming payments, providing increased certainty of cash flow management by having a better view of your payables and receivables. Stay tuned for the upcoming launch of EDP. It's more than just a replacement for cheques. It's the new digital payments mode that eases your operations and business.
So all we have seen here is that cheque has been a very useful instrument and adopted payment methods in the past decades. But there are a few challenges faced using cheque in the current fast-paced world. It's manually handled. You need to manually indent your chequebook, track your cheque usage, present it, clear it, and to the bank, archive it, store it, in the end, destroy it when the retention period is up. So what will be the future of payments when EDP come in place? EDP is a solution that we provide the industry a more secure, efficient, and digital modes. It's the alternative to the current payment modes by cheque. It's not meant to totally replace cheque, but it's the alternative that is available from the current rails that we have. We do have FAST, we do have PayNow, we do have Gyro, we do have MAPS. But why EDP? What are the difference of EDP bring about? EDP allows a post-dated payments where it facilitates the needs of the future dated, where you can schedule your payments in advance. is the future dated transactions that you have demonstrated the intent to pay. Different from the current other payment rules where it's a single directions, EDP allowed the payee who receives the EDP to present it to show or demonstrate the acceptance of the payment. That's the presentment functions of the EDP. It's convenient and is easily accessible at your banking apps at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. It's 24/7, it's digitally available. With EDP, it also enhances security where you don't have the risk of currently like cheque when it lost, is subject to fraud, fraudulence, forge of cheque, or even unauthorized cheque itself. With EDP, it's a secure payments in the electronic digital mode. It avails seamless connectivities, full transparency, and traceability from the payments journey itself. Move on, what are the unique features of the EDP? EDP allows real-time notifications to both the payer and payee upon the issuance, the presentments, and the cancellations of a cheque, a payment instruction itself. When the issuer sends to the payee get notified that you have received an EDP. When the payee presents the EDP, the payer get notified to say that, hey, this is coming for presentment, your account will be debited. When the payer or payee cancel the EDP, both parties get the notifications. When the EDP expired 6 months, both parties get notified to say that your EDP issued for this person did not come for presentment and it has expired. To ease the consumer journey or the corporate journey for issuing of EDP, we provide Pay Now proxy lookup for you to ensure that you are sending the EDP to the intended payee. In the situations when the proxy is not available, account validation is made available with mass informations. So as the name implies, it's a deferred payments 6 months forward with 6 months validity. Okay. So what are the benefits to wrap up EDP itself? Both parties receive the same status updates at the journey of the entire EDP. Upon issuance, presentments, cancellations, or expire. It allows corporates to have easy trackings of your receivable and payable. It's all in your fingertips. You can see who pay you, when you receive it, when to present it, what is it payment for. All right. It improves your plannings and your cash flow management with all these details at your fingertips. It provides full traceabilities and clear visibilities of the entire payment journey and the life cycles of the EDP. In a nutshell, EDP streamlines the payments processing, eliminating paper-based transactions and also improve traceability and transparency. With this improved collaboration itself, it allows your business to better plan and better plan for your payment details and also facilitate smoother reconciliations and also management of your cash flow itself. So EDP is coming in 2025. So stay tuned and watch out for it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Li Khim. So next up, we'll begin our presentations from the 5 firms, starting off with UOB. We're pleased to have Paul Khan, who is Country Head Business Banking Singapore, to help SMEs save time and effort in digital adoption. UOB offers complimentary advisory on digital solutions, along with insights to support businesses in their digital journey. So Paul will now give us a presentation on UOB's integrated digital platform support that SMEs have a smooth and successful shift to digital payments. Paul, please.
A very good afternoon to everyone. Last year, in line with the vision of Smart Nation, the government announced that it will eliminate corporate cheque by next year. It is not difficult to understand why. Digital payment is here to stay, like it or not. In Southeast Asia, it is projected that digital payment is going to grow by more than 60% from 600 billion in 2021 to 1 trillion next year. closer to home in Singapore, QR-enabled transactions has seen so-called compound annual growth rate of 72% in recent years. My name is Paul. I manage the small business and startup for UOB in Singapore. In my daily work, I met many business owners, and they welcome the cheque transition project. But at the same time, they also tell me they have reservations about digital payments. I often advise them, don't take cheque transition as a standalone silo project. In fact, they should take this opportunity to look at what other business processes, business workflows that they could digitalize at the same time so that they can integrate better the digital payments into their daily lives. I'm going to show to everyone today how UOB can assist business owners in their digital payment journey. I'm going to do that by first imagining myself as a F&B business owner. I have a pretty busy slide here, but let's go through it together. Imagine I'm a pizza shop owner. On customer front, I need to worry about my point of sales, my order fulfillment. On the suppliers front, I need to worry about my payables, logistics, warehousing issues. Even at the back office functions, I need to worry about cash flow and also my accounting and payroll matters. With very limited resources, I find it challenging to handle the business effectively. But lucky me, with UOB, I'm able to manage my business on the go, either through the online banking portal or through the mobile banking app. Through the app, in fact, I can have consolidated views of my business accounts in different countries. I can also enjoy comprehensive cash management services, booking FX to pay my overseas suppliers. I can also connect my buyers and suppliers in their trade activities to reconcile the payables and receivables and thereby solving some of my supply chain issues. In the subsequent slides, I'm going to show more visuals to illustrate the above pointers. Okay, over here, I can have single access for many of my banking and business needs. I can apply current account or even apply for a loan without needing to physically visit a branch. Here, I can see details of my receivables and payables, and because I can do that, the system can so-called project my cash balances in the next 30, 60, or 90 days window. Over here, I can see the cash flow trend of my business in the past 6 months. If my cash flow is low, the app is able to recommend me financing as an option. If my cash flow is high, the app can actually recommend me fixed deposit or some investment product. Over here, I can see the summary of my payment mode and how I make my payment history. For example, I can see how many QR payment, how many gyro payment I've made. I can even see how many checks I've issued in the past 1 month, thereby identifying opportunities for me to further digitalize some of my payment mode. I can choose to receive real-time alerts to monitor my cash flow and my trade transactions. I can receive alerts in email, SMS, or both. Through a unique feature in what we call UOB Send, I can actually book FX contract in a very transparent way and make low-cost cross-border payment to my overseas supplier. Speaking about booking FX contract, I can receive regular market updates even set up a personalized watch list on my preferred currency pair. If my currency pair hit the so-called desired price level, I will be notified. I can have easy access to other transaction details. In this screen, I can do simple file upload to process bulk payment. I can do bulk payment to my suppliers or even my own staff. I can have consolidated views of my accounts in Singapore and my accounts in Malaysia. I can even integrate some of my so-called back-end data like accounting and HR so that I can have the complete view of my business on the go. In conclusion, UOB isn't just treating the cheque transition as a standalone project. We are building our platform to support other digitalization of the business owners' workflows such as supply chain, accounting, and payroll. Over the years, we have progressively rolled out our digital platform across all the key markets in the region. If you look at our cash platform, we have achieved as high as 81% penetration rate to our customer base. Since 2020, we have enjoyed almost 50% growth in our digital transaction volume. If you look at the trade platform, we have also successfully connected many buyers and suppliers reconcile their receivables and payables, thereby solving many of their supply chain issues. And it is because of all these achievements, recently UOB is being crowned by Euromoney as the world's best bank and Singapore best bank for SME. Do visit us at Hall 2, or you can scan the QR code on screen to find out more about us. Thank you for listening in.
Thank you so much, Paul from UOB. And next up, let's switch from a bank to a international card operator that you'll be familiar with. Also, MasterCard is reimagining small business commerce with this banking super app, enabling banks and fintech providers to empower SMEs to operate, build and grow their business anywhere, anytime, addressing their day-to-day businesses in a way that is digital, seamless and secure. Joining us to showcase MasterCard solution is Sapan Shah, a Senior Vice President for Acceptance Solutions. Sapan, floor is yours.
Thank you, and good afternoon. So what I wanted to do today was spend a bit of time to think about what the future of SME banking will look like. And the future I'm talking about is not something a year from now. This is the future that we can bring together tomorrow through partnerships with banks, players like us, and players in the technology space. And I thought what better to do this than through a demo so that you can visualize what we are talking about, what the super app of SME banking could look like. So I'm going to take an example of Ali. Ali runs a tufting business, and she has just got a notification that somebody has booked a session with her. She opens her business banking app to look at the booking, and she sees somebody has booked a session for the 18th of November. Now, because she has this booked, she wants to see if she has the inventory to be able to take this session. So she can look at her inventory management app that we can provide through our partners to look at how many sales she has had, the invoices she has had, and whether she has the right amount of inventory to be able to service this session. And she sees here that she's running out of inventory, she's running out of yarn. So she goes ahead and looks at the suppliers that she can source this from. There are multiple options that we can serve up. She can look at each of these in terms of the risk profile. But then if you realize that you need, you're running low on liquidity, you're running low on working capital, then through our capabilities, she can go ahead and digitally apply for a card through the banking app and go through the onboarding process and the underwriting process in real time for the card to be provisioned onto her app and onto platforms like Apple Pay or for guest checkout through Click to Pay and be ready to use in a matter of minutes. Right? All provisioned digitally, happening in a few seconds. She can take a look at a card, take a look at the limit she has, the functionality she had, and then go back to the inventory management app to then try and now make a payment to the suppliers that she has selected. She'll select this, let's select this supplier that she wants to do business with. Then fill up whatever she wants to order from these suppliers, go ahead and make a sales order, and then make a payment all on the banking app in real time. And then as you're checking out, she's checking out, she can use the card that she has just got from her partner bank to make that payment and go ahead. Now, once she has done that, we can also serve her the option of either making that payment in full or paying for this in installments. Right? So if she wants to pay for this in installments, the bank would serve her options for paying in three installments. She can look at that, and if that is what she wants to do, she can go ahead and proceed on that. But in case, as she makes these payments, if she wants to change that, and rather than paying for this in 3 installments, she wants to skip a payment or extend the payment plan, she can also choose to do that on the banking app. Look at what other options the bank provides. Instead of 3 months, it's 5 months for a small service fee. And if that is what she wants to do, she can also go ahead and avail of that offer. So let's say in this case, she chooses to do that. So instead of paying in 3 months, she wants to make that payment in 5 months. She goes ahead and does that and authenticates on the app, makes that payment in real time. So look, all of that from the point that she got no notification to getting a card in real time to making the payment to selecting a suppliers, all of that happens in a matter of moments. So this is, this was one of the key functionalities that we see as relevant, which is around inventory management and paying your suppliers. The other things that we see that comes up in a lot of research is as critical to SMEs is how do you collect payments, very critical. How do you send money, how do you do payroll? And then also, if you need a working capital loan, if you need to look at your credit scores, how do you do that, all of that on your banking app. Now let's take another example. Let's see the example of collecting a payment. Right? In most cases, if an SME needs to collect payments today, they have to go through the process of getting a terminal. Now, through the technology that exists today, you can do that. You don't need a terminal, so you can use your own phone for your phone to become a terminal and collect payments and do tap on your own phone to make payments. So we'll try and do that here. So let's say she needs to make a payment. We add a note on what this payment is for, or accept a payment, charge, attach an invoice. Go ahead. Now we can serve up the options. You can see a number of options that she can use. You can use a QR code, either make a payment directly to a phone number, use tap on phone that I spoke about, or even send a payment link through WhatsApp to the customer, and the customer can click on the payment link and make a payment. All these options are available for her. We'll just try the tap on phone functionality here. And that's it. Voila. Now once you do that, she can also, on the app, choose to make a payment, send a payment receipt to the customer. We'll do that through a message here in this example, and that's it. So that's the simplicity of the model. You can collect payments in real time without the additional burden of having terminals and other means. The third thing I spoke about was payroll. Again, through some of our capabilities in MasterCard Move, this is again also seamless. If you need to make employee payroll, all you need is just a phone number. Select the employee through your contacts, put in the amount you might need to make, enter the message, if you want to attach an invoice, and make a payment. It's as seamless as that, and all of that happening on the banking app powered through our partners. Okay, all right. So we saw 3 of this. The last one I want to talk about a little bit is on seeing if you want to apply a loan. If you're running out of working capital, if you want to look at what your credit history is, all of that again being done on the phone in real time. So in this case, she wants to apply for a loan. She looks at her credit score, fills in the details, And look, her credit score is excellent. She can apply for a loan. She goes ahead and does that, looks at how much loan does she want, gives the reason for the loan, fills that in, and does the loan application, select the tenure, upload documents. So again, some level of KYC and writing needs to be done. Do that on the app. This is where we upload the documents. And done. Now once this is done, she can also go ahead and look at the application history, track the application in real time, and once that is done, she can again use the loan through the banking application. So hopefully that gives you some sense of how all of these functionalities can be served up, not through just fintech players and other players, but through the banking app and through the technology players coming together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sapun from MasterCard. And next we move back to a bank. As businesses move from checks to digital payments, DBS will be presenting their corporate payment solutions tailored to SMEs to digitize corporate spending, collections and remittances. Representing DBS, we have Alan Kwong, Head of Singapore Cash Product Management. Alan, please.
Okay. Hello, test. Yep. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. So today, I think from DBS perspective, we really just want to talk about how to get started in terms of digital initiatives for SME. So we like to keep things simple. So imagine if you're an SME starting to get off the ground for your digital journey. What are you actually looking at? We summarize it to 3 key journeys for the customer. Number 1 is actually your day-to-day expenditure. Number 2 is how to collect from your customers. And number 3, how to pay your suppliers globally as well. So we're just going to focus on these 3 key journeys today. DBS, we do offer a wide range of corporate solutions, but we really just want to focus on these 3 today. Okay? So the first is actually our flagship product, which is our Business Advanced Debit Card. Now this is built on top of our Business MCA account and also our Starter MCA account, where you can actually pay 200 plus currencies around the world. Okay? And this offers the key capability for you to just get off the ground and be able to then really spend on what are your corporate expenses. And on top of that, you can actually control the limit and also the transactions from our ideal platform, which, pun intended, is the ideal platform for your business. Yeah? So with this control, you're actually able to monitor how your employees are actually spending and obviously put limits as well. And obviously on top of that, we do offer the capabilities to lock in the FX rate, and also we also offer 1% cashback on B2B transactions, and to give you the peace of mind, also corporate insurance. So all of these capabilities built in really allow a SME owner to get off the ground and use this card to then start on the digital journey. Next, after you have done your spending, now it's time to go out and make some money, right? And here we have our Max capabilities. Max is all about collecting from your customers. And you can see there are 3 different variations. So number 1 is a standalone app. And this is no setup fee, very easy, just download it and immediately able to collect money from your customers. And this is really for people who are really getting off the ground to be able to then just use the app to immediately collect from your customers. And probably if your business starts to mature a little and you wanted to have multiple shop fronts, you can then sort of upgrade or have multiple capabilities with a POS as well. Now a POS, I don't think we need to talk too much about a POS, but obviously from DBS perspective, we offer a POS with capabilities to accept payments from Master, Visa, right? And also the key one is Pay Now, which is cost effective, our own PayLah wallet, Alipay Plus, and obviously WeChat Pay as well. Okay? And thirdly, if you are really going digital, then you would want to then sort of bring your shop online. And that's where the app and the website comes in. And if you do have an app or a website, we have also 2 different capabilities for you. We have either a hosted payment page that really is just one-click integration to then allow you to immediately accept payments, or if you are a more sophisticated platform, we also offer it on APIs as well, where you can be connected to our API to then accept all different type of payment capabilities. So all of this really allows a business to really have different options during different stage of their business. Okay? Okay. After collecting from your customers, and now in the global world that we are in today, right, we usually have suppliers from all around the world, and that's where our new capability DBS GlobeSend comes in. GlobeSend enables all our SME clients to then send payments to suppliers who do not have card acceptance. We do have our card as well, but for some suppliers who do not have card acceptance, we provide DBS GlobeSend, which is really a key capability that allows you to pay suppliers all around the world, 42 currencies and growing on a daily basis, 19 are on same day basis. And this is a very cost effective and fast capability to really allow you to then do all of this remittance. And with all of this, I would like to then play a video about how SMEs can really benefit from DBS solutions. Okay, enjoy. Okay, and I would just like to leave you with our tagline, growing out your business is our business, and really allow DBS to help you to grow your business, and let's work together on that. Thank you.
And I think collectively, digitizing your business is also our collective business. Next up, we'll hear from Visa. In a rapidly evolving market, solutions need to be tailored to fit and build with scalability and adaptability in mind. My good friend Roy Chaudhary, Head of Commercial and Money Movement Solutions, will be highlighting their work in commercial, traditional commercial to virtual card adoption, right? And partnership on embedded payments that will enable businesses to pay and be paid more seamlessly. Over to you, Roy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The world on how businesses pay and get paid is evolving rapidly. And it's such a pleasure to be here in Singapore and SFF here today, where really it's the hotbed of innovation and how digitization has taken place over the last few years, and the trajectory is massive. Now, Visa is known widely for the innovation we've brought in the consumer space, whether it's tap to phone, whether it's contactless, whether it's all the mobile pays. And this has helped us displace cash efficiently. But really our focus for growth is in the commercial and money movement ecosystem, and where we're hard at work helping businesses, big and small, adopt digital solutions and be the best version of themselves that they can be. And this is a $40 trillion annual payment volume opportunity just here in Asia Pacific. 7 times that of what we've seen in the consumer space. Now let me take you through a little bit of a journey on how this payment space has evolved. If you think of what we've been used to, what has been there in our physical wallets, right, the physical card, this has been used in the travel and entertainment space traditionally. in smaller ticket payments and low value expenses. However, with the advent of the modern virtual credentials, we're seeing an explosion of use cases that we've never seen before. And that has accelerated not only the transactions, the volume, but the variety of how these credentials can be used. We've gone from T&E payments to procurement payments, to embedding credentials in supply chain ecosystems, to employee disbursements, to multi-currency collections. And of course, at the end of it, it all wraps together to make sure these payments are safe, secure, and can be reconciled. Now, if this transformation in the slightly older world to what we are seeing today, the entire genesis of it revolves around helping businesses, big and small, get paid faster, and therefore their working capital cycles are more secure and liquid. That fundamentally is what we believe is going to drive the modern credential and will drive us forward. Let's look at two trends that we've been seeing over the last couple of years, and we think these are the trends that will really accelerate this journey even more than it already does. The first one, if you look at consumers, you and me, right? We've been used to having seamless experience, easy experiences in the mobile phone, in our wallets, and that's a given. But as generations go by, business owners, employees expect much the same ease of use even when they are either running their businesses or working for larger corporates. And while all these flows are different, and that is acknowledged by businesses, they want it to be intuitive. They don't want it to behave differently from what they would have in their consumer world. Of course, as a lot of my good friends over here would know, that the maker-checker approvals, for example, and I see a lot of us here, these are important and you don't need them perhaps in the consumer world. In business you do, but how that process works can continue to be intuitive. So if you think of two use cases, multi-currency collections and virtual transactions and cards for procurement payment, our partners here, you saw DBS recently launched the Business Advance Plus that covers these use cases. When it comes to both procurement payments and T&E payments via virtual cards, our partners at OCBC are using several solutions to be able to deliver those payments at scale. And we can't do this alone as we are. So we're very, very grateful for all our partners to work in unison with us. So that's how we see the first trend, which is the consumerization of B2B flows. Let's look at the next one. Embedded finance is not new, right? You've seen this happen when you go to buy an air ticket. You can buy travel insurance. When you're purchasing things on a marketplace, BNPL. So this has always been there in the consumer space. But now we're seeing this accelerate significantly in the world of B2B payments, and I'll call out two use cases that we're looking at. Business owners don't wake up every morning thinking, today I'm going to make a payment to a supplier, or today I'm going to draw down on a loan. Us in the financial services world would like to believe that, but that's not how it happens. They want to be better businesses. They are targeting better profits. Where can I get the next best supplier terms? These are the things that business owners look at. So if we could embed the capabilities that we have into the operating solutions of these businesses, life would be a lot easier, and they could spend time focusing on where they want to drive more revenue, profits, productivity, what have you. So the first such use case that we saw was in an industry where we never thought we would play, and that was in construction. With our partner Doxa, we have managed to embed our virtual credentials in their platform, which was a platform that serves the construction project development process. So all the construction milestones are audited in the platform, and now when a main contractor wants to pay those tens and thousands of subcontractors, they can pay them through controlled virtual cards. And a single limit can be used to democratize that whole process. So the story of our small business subcontractors getting paid 60 days late is a story of the past. Now let's look at what we've done with SAP, one of our partners. And I'll stop talking here and let
Introducing
the video
Visa B2B Integrated Payments, offering seamless integration into your current SAP systems. This solution enables a straightforward and efficient transition to enhanced payment processes. How can businesses streamline payments with Visa B2B Integrated Payments? After installation, businesses can register their Visa commercial card and register suppliers with a click. Once suppliers are onboarded, businesses can make payments within SAP systems, removing the need for multiple platforms. Additionally, with Visa B2B Integrated Payments, businesses can use their Visa commercial card to pay all suppliers, including suppliers who don't accept cards. Visa B2B Integrated Payments comes with significant benefits. It enhances working capital by offering extended credit terms up to 55 days. It also boosts operational efficiency as the entire payment process seamlessly integrates within the SAP ERP system. Plus, it elevates payment security for businesses, ensuring transactions are safeguarded. Visa and SAP are joining to transform B2B payments. With Visa B2B Integrated Payments, businesses can simplify processes efficiently, improve working capital, and fortify payment security. Streamline and strengthen your business operations with Visa and SAP.
And that's how, ladies and gentlemen, we'll support the ecosystem to transition from cash and check payments to the digital world. Please join us at our booth to hear more. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Roy. From Visa, we have the final presentation today from OCBC. Very pleased to welcome Diana Wee, Managing Director, Emerging Business, who will walk us through OCBC's transformative journey in supporting SMEs, delving into challenges faced, right? Sharing inspiring success stories and providing insights into seamless and successful digital adoption. Diana, please.
Thank you, Joe, for the very kind introduction. Thank you very much for joining me here today at the regulation stage. I work specifically in the small SME segment, the segment that's probably most relatable to all of us, your restaurants, cafes, clinics, tuition centers, and online shopping. You have seen quite a number of digital solutions in today's session, so my sharing will take on a different perspective, the SME's perspective, because just having that technology, it doesn't mean that the SMEs will use them. It's been 5 years since COVID, and we've probably forgotten that checks and cash were a norm back then. OCBC used to process 1 million checks every month, and then COVID hit. And checks became a hassle when you cannot leave the house. And you can see that we have come a long way. How did we get here, and what have we done? So today I'll be sharing 2 case studies focusing on the industries that uses the most check, the wholesale trade and construction industry. So stepping into the shoe of my dream job, a wine trading company owner. As a wine trading company owner, apart from sipping wine, I do actually have to do real work. I have my warehouse and office to manage, there's utilities and rentals to pay, my employee payroll as well. I also have my suppliers, both local and overseas. But payment is really just one half of my cash flow. I have to manage my receivables as well. I have to collect payments from my retailers and also restaurants. And I do that using my very first digital solution, Microsoft Excel. Despite being really, really good at Excel, and trust me, I am, it is really becoming quite impossible and really not the best use of my time. In this geopolitical climate, I cannot have all my suppliers coming from the same region. I need to spread them out. This means more relationships to manage. And at this time of the year where we have company dinners and Christmas celebrations aplenty, my retailers and restaurants are also keeping me busy with much bigger order. So I need to be able to manage my payment and receivables in a pain-free and seamless manner. With e-invoicing, my payment and receivables are reconciled automatically. With that, I have a view of my cash flow on a real-time basis and even a forecast. With that information, I can make better financial decisions. And with suppliers overseas, I need to manage FX fluctuations. With OCBC FX Online, I get alerted when the rates are good, and I can also book a contract when they are in my favor. Even if I do not have an immediate payment to make, I can always save them in my multi-currency account. And like most business owners, I have more than one business. So when I opened an OCBC business account for my new bar, I'm also offered a credit card terminal at the same time. I do not have to call the bank and get passed around to another department, and it's all very convenient, and I can collect digital payment from day one. Moving on to my second case study, the construction industry. Singapore may be small, but the construction industry is very vibrant, set to outpace GDP growth by 4 times. So as a business owner, business is good, but I continue to be plagued by labor shortages, workplace safety issues, and increasing operating costs. The operating costs that I need to manage is not that different from other industries, but the nature of it is. My receivables are very tightly linked to project delivery and are paid in tranches, but my payables are not. I have to fund new projects, keep the current one running, and pray that my payments come in on time. And I have multiple projects running at the same time, and my subcontractors have much shorter credit terms than me. And to manage all this, I need to be able to have a full view of my cash flow, and planning, forecasting is very critical. But it is impossible to do that through stacks of paper. So going digital is critical for me. By streamlining my procurement on a digital platform, I can connect the whole ecosystem together and manage my inventories and payment more better. The platform connects me with my developers, suppliers, the banks as well, so that my payments are all reconciled immediately. And as the nature of a construction industry, I would have multiple projects running at the same time. So I will have employees on full-time, part-time, on short-term contracts, and also wages may differ by the projects. With OCBC Velocity, I can upload payroll in bulk with a click of a button. And for my smaller projects, I can also make payment using OCBC Business Credit Card, Southeast Asia First Sustainable Credit Card. With this, I can better manage my payroll with up to 53 days interest-free. As you can see, running a business, it's complex. So having a generic digital solution is really not going to be enough. In OCBC today, for small businesses, 97% of transactions are done digitally, and a huge part of it through mobile. So how did we do that? How did we make it happen? We truly took the time to understand how SME run their business and what are their problems. We are very mindful and very deliberate in our approaches. No cookie cutter solution, no one-size-fits-all engagement. We understand that SMEs come from different industries, are operating at different life cycles, and also have different ambitions. And 1/3 of SMEs are actually repeat business owners. So when you engage them, they have to be engaged differently from a first-time business owner. I know we are here today at FinTech Festival, but having an awesome digital solution is really just a start. A broader transformation is needed across the organization. The business units, risk, and compliance, all working towards the same goal to help our SME go digital. Thank you very much for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope I gave you something to think about other than thinking about US elections. Please join us at OCBC booth at Hall 2. We would love to have a chat with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Diana. And would like to thank you all for your very kind attention. May I please have the last slide up on stage? The last slide with everyone's booth numbers on there. Yeah, so for more information, I know that this is a very short presentation each on the solutions. But please take a photo of this and visit our partner presentations here at their booths. DBS, MasterCard, OCBC, UOB and Visa. The booth numbers are up there. Thank you once again. This has been SME digitalization presentation of solutions that are available for you to transit away from corporate checks. Thank you so much.